Listen, most people think you need thousands of dollars or some fancy degree to start making real money online. But honestly, you can get started with as little as $100 in your pocket. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you one of the simplest and most beginner-friendly hustles out there. This is going to be flipping items. Now basically, you're buying stuff low and reselling it for a profit. And yeah, it sounds too simple to work, but trust me, people are doing this every single day and turning small investments into big returns. Now, the key is knowing where to find those items and where to sell them. But worry not, I got you covered because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and where to sell it for maximum profits. And here's a little heads up. I once found a pair of Nike sneakers at a thrift store for $15, flipped them for $70 on eBay. That's more than 4x my money just for knowing what to look for. So let's dive in. Now first things first, you might be wondering why flipping works, and the answer is simple. It's all about supply and demand. So anytime you can find an item that people want, but do not want to pay full price for that's a potential gold mine. Now, here's the kicker though. And always find these hidden gems at traditional retail stores, because that's where most people shop. Instead, we're going to focus on places where people just want to get rid of stuff. And the good news is, there are plenty of those places out there. All right, let's talk about the top spots to score cheap goods. And the first one on the list is thrift stores. Trust me, they're like treasure troves of goodies waiting to be discovered. Let me break it down for you. First off, you've got places like Goodwill, Salvation Army, Savers, and local thrift shops. These stores are stocked with donations from people who had one use for the items, but now just want to pass them along. So instead of tossing them out, they drop it off at the thrift store, which means you can grab them for super cheap. And here's the awesome thing. Because thrift stores rely on donations, their inventory is always changing. So you never know what cool stuff you'll find on any given day. Just imagine strolling through the aisles and stumbling upon vintage finds or brand new items that someone else just didn't want. But here's the golden rule. When you're thrifting, don't just buy something because you think it's cute or quirky. You've got to look beyond the aesthetics and see the potential for profit. Okay, let me give you a practical example. Let's say you see an old blender at a thrift store for, let's say, $5. It may seem like a pretty boring item, but hold up. Before you dismiss it, hop onto eBay and search for that exact model. Check out the sold listings and see how much people are actually paying for it. If it turns out that folks are buying the same blender for $30 or $40 on eBay, then you've got yourself a potential winning flip. You can buy it at the thrift store for $5, clean it up a bit, take some nice photos and list it on eBay for a healthy profit. It's all about recognizing the value in items that others might overlook. But remember, thrifting can be a bit of a time-consuming game because you really got to dig through stuff to find those hidden gems. And if you're the type of person who loves digging and has patience, then this could be a great option for you. All right, moving on to the next one on our list, we've got clearance sections. So we're talking about those amazing places like Walmart, Target, Best Buy, you name it. So here's the deal. Most retailers want to clear out older models or excess inventory to make room for new stuff. So they offer deep discounts to anyone who's willing to take it off their hands. And that's where you come in. If you can spot a good deal, you can turn those clearance finds into profits. Now, it's important to know that clearance items won't stick around for long. So if you see something that catches your eye, don't hesitate. Grab it quickly before someone else does. In fact, I once stumbled upon a brand new drone at a major retailer for $60. The retail price was $200. It was heavily discounted because it was an older model. Picked it up and listed it on eBay, and poof, I made $150 after fees. Now, let's talk about garage sales and flea markets. Here's the thing. People host garage sales for a couple of reasons. They might be downsizing, moving, or just decluttering their living spaces. What does that mean for you? Well, it means you can score fantastic deals, because these sellers just want to get rid of stuff, often for a few bucks. For instance, I've seen people sell perfectly good lamps for just $2, or brand new power tools for $10. And don't forget about flea markets. They like treasure hunts, where vendors from all over the place come together to sell their unique finds. Who knows what kind of hidden gems you'll stumble upon. My friend nabbed a classic Polaroid camera at a flea market for $15. He cleaned it up, added it to his collection. Now he sells it for 3 times the price online. And here's a bonus tip. Don't sleep on the free section of Facebook Marketplace. You heard that right. Some folks just give away stuff for free. This could be old furniture, appliances, gadgets, you name it. Why do they do this? Well, it is easier for them to give it away rather than hauling it to the curb for trash pickup or paying for disposal fees. And for you, it's a chance to snag something valuable without spending a dime. So now you know where to find the goods. Let's talk about what you should actually look for. Now here's the key. Focus on items that have some sort of value or nostalgia attached to them. Let me give you a breakdown of what I'm talking about. First up, we've got sneakers. Sneakers are like the holy grail of flipping. So whether it's Jordans, Nikes, or limited edition kicks, people are always on the hunt for rare pairs. So if you can find a pair in good condition, you're onto a winner. Next, we've got small electronics. Think about gadgets like old game consoles, vintage cameras, or turntables. These items have a nostalgic charm that people love. Plus, there's a huge community of collectors out there. Then comes name brand clothing. Whether it's vintage band tees, designer denim, or iconic sports jerseys. Anything that screams brand recognition can fetch a good price among collectors and enthusiasts. Now, I've also had success flipping home appliances, especially if they're energy-efficient models. People are always on the lookout for good deals on quality appliances, and you can be the one hooking them up. And last but not least, collectibles. Now, these can be anything from vintage toys and comic books to autographed memorabilia. Collectibles are like mini gold mines, but you've got to have a bit of knowledge and luck to find the really valuable ones. Okay, so you found the perfect item. Now what? Time to sell it. And here's what I recommend. If you're brand new to flipping and want quick cash, start with Facebook Marketplace. There's no shipping hassle, no fees, and you can arrange safe, local meetups. Once you get the hang of it, consider expanding to eBay, which is great for sneakers, electronics, and collectibles. Now, if you're feeling ambitious, you can even explore Amazon FBA. That's where you send your bulk purchases to Amazon's warehouses and they handle the shipping and returns for you. But let me tell you, Amazon fees can be a bit steep, so it's not for everyone. So, to wrap this up, let's talk strategy. When you're starting out, don't think about getting rich quick. This game is all about consistency and gradually building your hustle. So with just $100, you can start flipping, testing the waters, and seeing if it's the right fit for you. Now here's the golden rule. Don't lose money on your first flips. Your goal is to keep your initial investment low so you can learn the ropes without taking a huge risk. Now, once you make that first flip and start seeing some returns, reinvest the profits. Use that money to buy more items and expand your hustle. Remember, small beginnings can lead to big things. I've seen people turn $100 into thousands by following this approach. And finally, don't be afraid to start small. You don't have to invest a fortune to kickstart your flipping journey. With a little creativity, patience, and hustle, you can turn a small investment into a thriving side hustle. Remember, flipping isn't about luck. It's about embracing opportunities, spotting potential, and putting in the work. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more awesome content. Thanks for watching, and happy flipping.